One of the coolest and most influential freestyle mountain bikers of his generation, even if he does say so himself. A pioneer of e-biking, Sam Pilgrim caused quite a stir when he signed for Hyde Bike earlier this year.
Oh my god, it's so sketchy! That's the biggest flip I've ever done on this.
Sam, tail whip, 360, flip no-hander, flare, loads of world first here on an e-bike, right?
Yes, well, the 360
Is that debatable?
Might have been someone else's that actually works here. He might have done it first.
Yeah.
Chris Smith, yeah. But I'll take it if you're going to give it to me.
But quite a moment in time, I guess, to kind of set all those benchmarks.
Yeah, well, I don't know, it's just exciting to try new things, and obviously the e-bike's the newest thing in mountain biking at the moment, and everyone says that it's too heavy to do stuff on, so I was like, well, I'm going to show you that it's not. And
show them you did.
Yeah.
Hey, so listen, did you go after e-bikes? So we're going to talk about the signing here, when you signed for Hyde Bike earlier this year. Did you go after e-bikes or did e-bikes come after you?
Well, I'd seen the e-bikes coming into the scene, you know, and
yeah.
I don't feel bad about anything. Like, a lot of people like hate stuff straight away, don't they? Which is weird, but yeah, I thought it looked awesome, and for us in the UK, it's like perfect, you know, about uplifts and chairlifts and things. So I actually approached Hyde Bike and said, do you want someone really cool and awesome on your team? And they're like, oh my god, yeah, we would. And here I am.
You just sign here?
Yeah, exactly.
So did you have any previous with e-bikes then before you signed for Hyde Bike?
So I met Hyde Bike. I'd ridden e-bikes a little bit, just if people had one, you know, just for a laugh. And then I met Hyde Bike at Eurobike. We had the meeting, and then we went for like a test session after that. And then I was like, okay, for sure, we've got to do it, because it's
simple as that.
Yeah, it's so good. I mean, it's not too far away from mountain biking like people always try to say it is. So for me, it was obvious, yeah.
So you're still a mountain biker, you're not a motorbiker?
No. Yeah, that's so annoying people say about the motorbike thing. But.
Yeah. Hey, so listen, I mean, there must have been some peer pressure. You must have feared maybe the reaction you'd get from people when you sign for an e-bike brand, right?
No, like my whole goal is to make a reaction, and I was hoping that people would be like they were, because it was so much fun to argue back and stuff. And I'd always win the arguments, obviously, and then I won the arguments harder by doing world's firsts and real riding, and then they're like, oh, okay, it's actually just normal.
Throughout the last 7 months, you've also done a lot of pretty cool videos. For example, Croatia World Cup. Now, Croatia was the first World Cup downhill earlier this year, and Sam actually was one of the first people to ride down the track. Big jumps at the top, lots of gnarly rocks.
It was kind of scary, actually, because the guys were like, oh, we're going to go to Croatia, and I was just thinking of a holiday resort, you know, so I was stoked. Yeah. And then he's like, oh yeah, there's the World Cup downhill track there. And then,
do you reckon you can go down there?
Yeah. So I'd never ridden it was the Hyde Bike downhill bike, so the electric downhill bike, and it was epic, but I hadn't ridden it at all. So he's like, yeah, we're going to start at the top of the downhill track, and the jumps were massive. But yeah, it worked really cool, actually. And
so you've got downhill, obviously your spot in Essex, pretty ghetto spot with all the scaffolding and...
Yeah, the most dangerous thing you've ever seen, yeah.
Is it really?
Yeah, it's a bit ridiculous, but it works. If you make something that scary to ride just going down it, it's going to make other places less scary, you know?
I guess so, yeah. I tell you what's noticeable about your videos. You've done loads of cool e-bike videos this year, but sometimes you don't actually label them as e-bike videos. They're just mountain bike videos, right?
Yeah.
I mean, which ones stand out for you? I mean, obviously the first one where you were tearing up and down Chicksands and your introduction video. Which ones stand out this year?
Yeah, well, obviously that was the first time I'd uploaded that I was riding an e-bike, so obviously people were interested on that, and I really like the shot where I'm going up the hill past everyone pushing, you know?
Yeah.
That's the whole thing about e-bikes, which I think's awesome, you know, you can get back to the top quick.
Yeah.
And that you know, obviously caused a stir because it was first day on the e-bike, and then the e-bike freestyle video, so then people were like, oh wow, you can actually do that. I had loads of comments oh wow, you can actually do flips and all this stuff on there, you know?
Yeah. So what about, so you must have had some feedback, and you know, you've been out and about all over the world doing stuff. You've just come back from Whistler not so long ago. What's been the feedback from the pro riders about your move to e-biking?
Well, yeah, like, to be honest, most of the pro, like, guys in England have e-bikes anyway. And they just probably don't say about it because
they like, keep it on the download.
Because they want to all look really cool. Like, I don't care, I just want to do fun stuff. But like, they all ride them. And it was when I was at Eurobike this year, like a lot of the dirt jump guys were trying to find e-bike brands.
Really?
So yeah, I spoke to a few of them and they're like, yeah, we're trying to ask e-bike brands.
Well, that's kind of mountain bikers for you. They tend to follow each other, right?
Yeah.
But, you know, when somebody sets on that path, you're probably going to get a load of other people doing the same thing, right?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know why they wouldn't. It's if someone rides an e-bike that hasn't, they'll want one straight away.
So you've been a YouTuber for about 10 years, right?
Yeah, I started my channel in 2006. I started that to get into the contest because I had to send a video to like enter the events, you know?
Yeah.
And then, so I had a little YouTube then. And then probably like since a year and a half, I've like really done it like 3 times a week.
Yeah, check out Sam Pilgrim's YouTube channel, some amazing stuff on there. I tell you what's interesting, there was a great comment when you did your introduction video, and this from David the Biker. Sam, you're the perfect guy to ride e-bikes and make people see that they can accept a new idea. We get stuck in what has been that we can't allow ourselves to see a good in a new perspective. Good job, buddy. I think it's good comment really, isn't it? So opening people's minds to stuff.
I think like most of the people on my channel have like good things to say. Obviously you get people that say stupid stuff like I see on your channel, but they just like to
That's actually, let's get that straight. Actually, most people on EMBN are very positive about what we do.
Yeah, I mean,
I think you might find this on some other websites and stuff, there's negative stuff.
But there's always guys that say horrible stuff, isn't there? And they just dying for a reaction. So I like to give the reaction back, but like anything to do with e-bikes is going to get a few bad ones.
Plus, Sam, of course, there's all that maintenance videos which you've got to take care of, and amongst all of that stuff as well. Pretty impressive stuff there.
Yeah, the maintenance stuff is like so...
Check it out, it's ridiculous.
If you want to learn how to fit stuff correctly and in a professional manner on your mountain bikes, check out my video.
I mean, how many tools does it take to fit headsails, change a set of forks? Set of Allen keys, hammer?
Headset is 2 things. It's like a screwdriver and a big metal brick. Change your forks. You just need a cutting device and an Allen
Or like a
key.
saw?
No, I use actually a pipe cutter that plumbers use.
Yeah, that's pretty neat. That is the way. That's pretty.
Yeah, and then you just sand
That's quite
it
a precise way to do it, right?
But then you sand it down on the concrete.
Brilliant. So check out Sam's maintenance on his YouTube channel. It's something else. You say e-bikes is the new thing. Is it here to stay, or is it just going to be a fad?
Well, it's going to stay for sure. I mean,
It's got it, right?
It gets normal people that don't even know what mountain biking is onto mountain bike tracks, and gets people to commute around town, and I don't know, like, why wouldn't it?
It's crazy, isn't it? The type, the level of riders. You get yourself who are doing these bonkers things, and you have, people who are just new to mountain biking out on the trails. It's great, right?
Yeah, it's awesome.
So there you go, Sam Pilgrim, great insight into the world of e-biking from apparently the coolest and most innovative freestyle mountain biker in the world. If you want to see some more e-bike videos, there's a great one of the Don doing an e-bike versus enduro challenge down here. Sam, thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, give us a thumbs up if you like this video. Leave your comments below on any of the questions you've got for Sam. And cheers.
Cheers, mate.
Coca-Cola. Don't forget to subscribe to the Globe, somewhere there, if you've not already done so. Cheers.